everyone, Monica Fernandes with Evolution Essentials. In this video, I'm going to talk about 7 ways to improve your sleep quality naturally. So if you have issues sleeping, you're going to want to watch this and stick around. If you've been to my channel, welcome back. And if you're brand new, welcome. And in this channel, I talk about all things natural, all things non-toxic, and how to actually improve your wellness with natural solutions that will help you physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And sleep is one of those foundational things that we all need. It is recommended that we get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. So my question to you is this: are you getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep? If so, that's great. So how is the quality? Is what I want to ask you. Think about the quality of sleep. Are you waking up a lot? Do you feel that you're not rested after 7 to 8 hours of sleep? Lack of sleep affects our ability to lose weight or maintain a healthy weight. It also has an impact on how we feel, how we learn and behave. It can negatively impact our cardiovascular health and overall well-being. It also can reduce our reaction time. So imagine you're driving, you don't have those reflexes on point. That is a problem. So also getting adequate sleep and quality sleep is also essential to recovering physically and mentally from just the demands of daily life. It's vital on how you feel, and every day it's essential to support your body's natural restorative functions and processes. I want you to think about why you may not be sleeping. Is it something to do with stress? If so, I actually did a video on anxious feelings, the top 8 essential oils for anxious feelings, and you need to watch that next right there. But if you're just like really hyper-focused on what you need to do, your to-do list, then that can affect your sleep quality. And another thing that can affect your sleep quality is if you've experienced some sort of trauma, for example, a death. I remember when I lost my dad, my sleep was completely crazy and off because I couldn't think of anything else. And if you want to check out how I dealt with that in the first month, please watch that video right there on the first month after losing your dad, coping tips to manage the stress of grief. Another thing that you need to think about is maybe it is a good idea to remove the irritants. So that is the toxic things that you have around you. And I think one of the most toxic things that we have for our mind is the electronics. So if you are scrolling nonstop, glued to your IG feed or to the TV, maybe you need to kind of slow that down or give yourself a timeline of when to shut that off. I actually shut off my phone completely at night, so I am not even tempted to go there because it's off and it just takes so long to get back on again. And I know it's not really great for my mind to be scrolling nonstop. So let's start with way number 1 to improve your sleep quality naturally. I'm telling you, earplugs. Earplugs, and I'm gonna give you and link up for you the earplugs that I use, but I got this on Amazon and comes with 61 pairs. These are soft foam earplugs. I'm not sure how long they last, but I've been using the same ones for a long time. And then when they get gross, I just substitute. What you need to think about is when you can't hear, then there's more silence in your mind. And if you have issues with a partner, sleeping or sleeping schedules that don't match, earplugs are a really good thing to kind of isolate your experience and getting you ready to fall asleep faster. And how I discovered this, it was actually a fluke. I had gone to Lisbon, Portugal, that's where I'm from, during the pandemic, and I quarantined at my brother's because I didn't want to go see my parents in case I had caught something along the way. And I quarantined with him, and he lives in a part of town that is extremely touristy and busy. And so the noise, even though tourism was very down at the time, the noise was still a little nuts. So he actually gave me some of these foam earplugs. And after that, I just never really lost the habit of sleeping without them. And it's a great help because it really helps me fall asleep faster because I can't hear anything. Way number 2 to improve your sleep quality is a diffuser. And I talk about the top 5 essential oils for sleeping soundly and longer right here. And if you were to kind of guess which one is the most popular essential oil, that would be lavender, because lavender is all things calming. And if you want to dive deeper into lavender, I actually talk about the top 20, yes, top 20 benefits of lavender essential oil and how you should use it right there. So watch that after you watch this video. And apart from lavender, some of my faves for sleeping are Breathe or Air. That's like the respiratory blend. Copaiba, Serenity, which is the restful blend, Balance, the grounding blend, and Vetiver. That's really, really super sedative. Those are some of my favorites, but you can definitely do, mix and match in the diffuser with some filtered water. And that is really, really awesome. So number 3 is music. Some people love nature sounds. For example, sounds of nature, birds or forest sounds or water sounds, rainfall. It's all very conducive for relaxation. So try that, but put it like low. Don't like blare it. It's not a club. You know what I'm saying? Number 4 is actually a 2-part one. So number 4 is about essential oils, but I kind of split them in 2 categories. The first is essential oils on the feet. And the reason I talk about this is because you may have heard of reflexology, and the big toe has a point called LV3, which practitioners also call Tai Chong, and I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but it may help with unexplained insomnia as well as stress and anxiety related sleeplessness. So you can find that spot where the skin of the big toe and the next toe connect. You can do like pressure points. You can rub 1 or 2 drops of the essential oil there and just kind of massage it there. So if you apply pressure to that LV3 point, it is part of the relaxation technique that has been studied about fatigue and sleep quality in breast cancer survivors. So that's wonderful. It has some research backed up. The second part of the essential oils that I wanted to tell you about is essential oils on the nose. It's not on the nose, it's like right here. You put the essential oil. You can put them on the chest and the back of the neck. There's also some reflexology points over here. And, this is specifically helpful if you snore or if your partner snores, you can do that to them. So snoring can be a big problem in terms of the sleep quality. It affects your sleep quality. So I would also recommend that if you think you have a respiratory issue such as snoring, it could be something more problematic. And I would recommend that you do a sleep test so that you know if you have something more problematic or not. And then there's that time of year. You may be experiencing seasonal threats. You're under the weather. And so there's like a lot of, you're just feeling like there's stuff not allowing you to breathe very clearly. I actually did a video on the 3 non-toxic tips to decrease your runny nose without chemicals, and you can watch that right there. So that helps with that seasonal threat issues. And if you're enjoying this video, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button right there, like this video, and share with someone that could use some help with their sleep quality. That would be fantastic. I'm gonna tell you, they're probably gonna appreciate that too. So number 5 way to improve your sleep quality is reading. And I'm not talking about your iPad or your phone. I'm talking about a book. If it's heavy, the better, because you're gonna get even more tired. If the body is tired, the mind will get tired. A lot of people experience that if they're really tired and they read a book, they just fall asleep, like they get more tired and you feel your eyes just kind of drifting and you just want to go to sleep. So that is a very simple way. Number 6 is meditation. Meditation is a form of relaxation that is highly effective, and you can actually use a lot of apps or even YouTube right here to play some meditation. Now, I know this is counterproductive because I told you to shut off your phone. I think one of the most toxic things that we have for our mind is the electronics. So the best way to do it is really combine point number 3 with the music of the sounds of nature, if you will. And that doesn't have to be, that could be just your iPod that's linked to your radio alarm or something like that, or your clock, I meant. And just kind of go into a meditation. And you can do that by just simply breathing in and out. So taking a nice deep breath, exhaling. So breathe through your nose, exhale through your mouth. You can do that. I'm telling you, it will relax your body. And the number 7 way is supplements. And there's a supplement called Serenity that I'm going to show you on the video here. And Serenity is a restful blend from doTERRA. It was actually based on the poor quality sleep that we have here, especially in the United States, where 1 in every 5 adults experiences occasional sleeplessness or difficulty sleeping. So depriving our bodies of sleep, like I said, is associated with health risks, and it just places more burden on your organs and on your body system as a whole. So there's a lot of different recommendations that you can Google, family recipes, products, and dietary supplements, but I want to give you a non-toxic and a more natural option. And so all of these options are more natural and more non-toxic. So doTERRA actually has a solution that uses primarily 2 ingredients that make up something called the Serenity Restful Complex Soft Gels. So this combines lavender essential oil and L-theanine along with lemon balm, passion flower, and chamomile to gently promote relaxation and sleep. So L-theanine is a non-protein amino acid found in green tea, the Camellia sinensis, that's the Latin name, and it's been studied for a long time for its calming effects on the nervous system. So L-theanine is structurally similar to the neurotransmitters that we have, the glutamate and the GABA, and both of which are associated with improved mood, calmness, and relaxation. So L-theanine has a unique ability to promote relaxation without causing drowsiness. It's awesome. So this complex that I'm showing you here, it relieves occasional sleeplessness. It promotes healthy relaxation and sleep. It helps you get that refreshing sleep you need without leaving you feeling groggy or sleepy the next day, so that it doesn't have that type of side effect. It also makes a difference in the quality and the ease of going to sleep, which is exactly what we're talking about. It encourages restful sleep and calms your nervous system. Because it's doing all that, it also helps reduce stress. So how many of these capsules do you take? You take 1 or 2 soft gels before sleep. Really super, super, super simple. And I mentioned at the beginning that, there's some irritants that could be a problem with your breathing and affecting your sleep quality. And that could be just toxic chemicals in your home. And I want you to do me a favor, go to my description below and download my free guide to non-toxic cleaners for your home. I teach you how to make the basic and most used cleaners, so that way you're not actually poisoning yourself. That's really important. I hope you got major value from this video. Please share it with someone that you love that is having issues with sleep quality. And I would love for you to comment below on what your favorite way to fall asleep is. And I'll see you in the next video.